All righty, everybody. Oh, happy day. I hope you're doing insanely well. Today, I am here with Levi. Levi went through the 5-day telemastery program. He's getting it done. His first 4 hours had major success on aged leads. So we are very, lucky to do this fun interview here. And we're going to get after it with you. I'm going to introduce him to you. Levi, say hey.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
So, Levi, you got after it, went through 5 days, and in your first day, how many hours did it take you working aged leads before you found success once you graduated?
Honestly, it's probably about 3.5 to 4 hours,
And
right around there.
you weren't working some like $20 lead, some $50 inbound lead, correct?
No, sir. No, sir. 50. Yeah, yep. Cheap ones.
So you're working the good old age leads, and you wrote, just so the audience understands, $1,157 in AP in under 4 hours. That's an insane amount per hour earned as an agent. Crazy proud of you, first off, for your hard work and what you're doing for your own family. I mean, how did that feel when you went through what you went through in that telemastery program? You paid the price, right? Not only with time, but also with your funds. Okay. And then here you are, finished results, and now you've got a business. How does that make you feel, like, for everything that you've gone through?
Free, man. Yeah, it's fantastic. Worth every penny. And yeah, I feel so equipped to just handle the day and just get after it. And um, facing whatever these folks can throw at me. And yeah, it's great. It's very rewarding as well. The man that I wrote for, first client ever, and super sweet guy, super patient. I fumbled quite a bit, but man, he was a wonderful first client. I was so blessed to talk and speak with him, and it was just it was a good time, even though it was a stressful time for my first app, but it was wonderful.
Absolutely. That first one, I know anyone that's an insurance agent watching, that first application is like wowzers. Okay. For any agent, even when you know what you're doing, it's like, it's nervous. It's like, oh, the butterflies are churning, right? And if you don't have butterflies in your stomach, come on. All of
Right.
us veterans should freely admit it. We were a little nervous for our first one, right? Do I have what it takes? Do I have it in me to get this done, even when you've gone through training? And for the audience, did you have any background in the insurance world ever before coming into this?
Nope, no, sir, not at all. Not at all. I've been in the grocery industry for about 10 years now. And yeah, I originally was poking around at some MLMs. That kind of was what drew me into this interest in insurance. And then I kind of did some more digging and realized that was a not so hot of a move, and dodged that bullet. And then started watching more videos and got in contact with you, and the rest is history, man.
Absolutely. So no background. Have you ever made that kind of wealth, that kind of money in that few hours of work ever in your life?
Not even close. Not even close. Never thought that was even a possibility. Yeah, beyond my wildest dreams, man. Absolutely.
How's your family feeling about what you're doing now compared?
Oh man, they are pumped. They are ecstatic, and yeah, it's just dad's at home, and he's making calls, and it's great. They're super proud, and I'm just so blessed to be able to just branch out into this and feel like I'm free. I've worked a 9 to 5. Well, not 9 to 5. I always woke up earlier than that, but
Right.
for my whole life. And yeah, I'm ecstatic to just be moving into this field to where I can control my business, my hours, and that my level of application to this determines the exact amount I will get out of it. So
And crazy proud of you as well, as you know. And it's like the fact that here you are just slaying it, like tons of other agents before you that have gone through, okay, the week-long telemastery program. And it's not for the weak of heart. Am I correct? Was I soft on you? Was it some like, here's a script, hope you make it, buddy? I mean, when you went through with some veterans that have done this quite some time. And here you are having the same level of success that any veteran went through the exact same program did. You got it done. And were you treated any different in class than the veterans? Did you feel like you were differently equipped or differently trained in that time that we spent together?
No, I mean, I felt like it was the same amount of attention and same amount of detail as far as all of us going through it, and yeah, that was a huge blessing for me as well because I was like, oh man, like as soon as I got in there, I was like, oh, these guys have been doing this. Am I going to be the black sheep here and be dragging down the group? But man, I just leaned forward and you were fantastic through it all. And yeah, super welcoming. Everybody was very polite and it was awesome, man. It was difficult, but it was awesome. Very rewarding. Can't even begin to describe it.
Appreciate that. And I know when you first came on the agency as a new agent, I promised you I was going to treat you just like everybody else in the
Yeah.
telemastery program. And we went through, for those that are watching, we go through something called a hell day. It is it's a let's just like Levi, was it a comfortable day? Let's just leave it at that. Was it a comfortable day? You
Man,
you
the
totally
first
tore it up, by the way, but was it comfortable in a good way? Was it
it,
comfortable
it
or easy?
No, it was not easy. It was not easy at all. And especially the first, like, first couple volleys of that day was rough. But man, I just leaned back into it or leaned forward into it, and yeah, it was fantastic. That day was like when you were prepping me and saying that this is going to be this day and it's going to be rough. I was like, oh man, like butterflies were everywhere, but as Zig Ziglar says, you just got to get them flying in formation, and yeah, it was fantastic. It was so rewarding.
You put in the wealth in the work, right? And it's like you put in the work and it's like you got the wealth now as a result. And it's like Levi's seen 75% of the agent force that goes through this telemastery program writes business their very first day when they buy leads. It doesn't matter if it's aged leads, okay, like what Levi's hitting, or if it's a more expensive lead. We've got crazy good lead vendors at jasonfinalexpense.com. As you know, I run a national, insurance agency partnering with some of the most amazing men and women across this nation. Levi's one of them. He's part of the work family, our culture. So if you ever need help, you can always reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. But Levi, have you ever, you obviously have never done insurance before, but you've worked at different companies. Have you ever experienced the culture that you're so quickly experiencing with our agency and how we all operate as a partnership?
No, not at all. I mean, all these companies that I've worked for, they have their quote unquote, it's fun to work here and yada yada yada, and it's a blast. And the first rule is have fun, but man, they don't care about you. You're out there on your own. They don't care. They don't care how long you're working. But I mean, here I all I ever wanted was just to have the opportunity to just write my own ticket, man. And I'm just incredibly blessed to have met you and be partnered with you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a fantastic career with you, my friend.
Absolutely. And likewise, I mean, birds of a feather fly together. And that's why, like in my agency, we don't partner with everybody. Like on average, it's 1 out of 30. Some people get their feelings hurt because of it. It is what it is. Not everybody's a good fit. Not everybody really has what it takes to do certain things. It's just a fact of life. And if you have a good culture, you won't have, as much as you can prevent it, you won't have the cancerous knuckle draggers of the industry that do exist. It's just the truth. I don't know if you've ever had that, for yourself, Levi, and in different organizations where it's like you got a bunch of Tarzans. Um, have you noticed a little difference in how we operate comparatively? How that doesn't really exist? Have you experienced any of that?
Yeah, I mean, just from being in the tele squad chat, I mean, that's wonderful, and I can tell everybody's very compassionate and just upbeat and motivational. I mean, all the best things you could ever want for in a group to surround yourself with. I mean, just like you said, birds of a feather flock together, and yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to help out and hopefully contribute as much as everybody else does, man. It's fantastic.
Do you find it fun to like you went through the heck week?
Mhm.
It wasn't easy, right? There's some days where it's like, man, I was sweating, like physically sweating when I was done. Is that not correct?
Oh
When
yeah.
you went
Oh
through?
yeah. Yeah, it was a rough time, but man, just so rewarding and so confidence building. And that's, I mean, for me, like my first day, I put on my headphones and I realized it was time to start dialing people, and I still had like I could feel my heartbeat in my headphones, and then just started going through it, just ran through the first couple calls, and it was just like, yeah, I got this. I just got to dial and smile, man. I got it.
Absolutely. And was there any objection that you couldn't handle once you went through that week? Did you feel like you couldn't handle anything? Like if a client said something, any objection, did you feel like you were equipped after going through that?
Yeah, I was definitely equipped. There was some, maybe different wordings that I had to kind of fumble around and figure out through. But yeah, man, I'm learning every day, and I'm planning on keeping it that way, because if I'm not, then I'm falling backwards. So, but yeah, definitely well equipped, definitely.
So you went through a week long and then you were able to write business within hours. Were you fairly confident from being like brand new to be able to like, okay, I know what I'm doing now? Did you feel
Yes,
like you were
yeah.
pretty turnkey, or were you feel like there was like maybe some missing pieces for
No,
you?
no. So long as you can, make that connection with the client, and just be patient with them. I mean, there's people out there, people who are saying, these leads are crap, or whatever it is, man. Like, you just got to keep going. Yeah, yeah. There's going to be plenty of people who aren't picking up, and even plenty of people who are just, I never asked for this, and hang up and call them right back and say, oh, hey, I think I might have dropped the call or something like that. My crazy computers is just like acting up. So,
Right. People play different ways, right? And it's like
yep,
we've got ways of handling that in a different way. And it gives us a different result.
and it
It just
does, and it just like, it keeps that positivity going, because I know what happened, but I call them back and I'm just smiling like, oh man, are they gonna give me an earful, or are they gonna, accept this? Like, and it's fun, man. It's fun at the end of the day. It really is.
the fact that here you started brand new and you're already cash flow positive within hours, and you still have hundreds of leads to still call. You haven't even barely touched. I mean, how many leads did you touch before you got your first sale, your very first day, your first couple hours? How many leads did you go through? 40, 50? I
40,
mean, how many leads did you hit?
40. My I think it was my 43rd lead that I spoke, that, well, I called through, that I got a hold
Right.
of. And yeah, this man was just so sweet, and you could tell he wanted to take care of his loved ones, and it was just incredibly rewarding to walk him through that process, and listen to him. And yeah, very loving guy.
Over 1,000 AP is not just some itty bitty bitty AP. That's good work. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's a big check or a small check. It's just as hard for your first sale. Always, any insurance agent should be telling you that. It's just as hard. Once you get your first one, you can get a million of them. And especially when you're brand new, crazy proud of you. That's awesome. You know what you're accomplishing. Like you did the heavy lifting, you did the hard work in class, and you invested not only in yourself but in your business, and then here you are, cash flow positive, lots of leads, and you barely started touching them. So like the opportunity is just phenomenal for you and what it's going to continue to give you when you need something, because a lot of agencies, a lot of IMOs, they're very disconnected from their agent force. When you need something from me, whether it was prior to training or post, once you are now in the trenches of the telespace with all the great men and women, I'm so proud of everybody that we work with. When you need something, how long does it take you to get a hold of me by either my direct sale or my corporate office line? How long does it take you to get me when you really need me? What's the normal turnaround time for you? Just so the
Oh,
audience
it's it's
knows.
it's practically instant. I mean, no more than 30 seconds, like, ever. I don't think I can remember a single time where it wasn't like that. I mean, I think you even said the other day, you dropped a phone call with a personal call, and it's like, I gotta get to this guy. So yeah, it's like that, man. Just instant.
The audience, they don't always understand this. They're with agencies that are like Team Recruit. And yes, my national agency does recruit amazing agents, but my priority is Levi. My priority is every other man and woman that partners, okay, at Jason Final Expense, period. They're my priority. And I've been on countless calls, and anyone that's reached out to me, I've said, hey, I got to go. One of my agents is calling, call you back, click. Like I'll dump a call in a second because Levi matters because every man and woman in the agency matter. They come first. They get to be in the driver's seat and you're getting kicked out and say, you can wait, I'll circle back and pick you up when I'm done with Levi or somebody else. And is that helpful to you, to Levi, to know that you've got not only my support in the agency, and I'm not perfect by any stretch, okay? Never going to, put that out there that I am. I'm still, okay, in a state of extreme proficiency, but is that helpful to you to know that you've got people that are there to really like build you up when you need it? And it's not like you need a lot, but to know that when you do, you've got people that are there to kind of bring in that air support or our work family, that they're there giving you answers as well. Is that like helpful to you, or was that a decision that was kind of in your mind before you moved to the agency and joined?
Yeah, I think so. I think from just watching your videos before I was, an official agent, that it was, I could just tell that this is a different group of people, and a different leader in yourself as well. And yeah, I felt just an extra level of confidence. And man, coming from my background with no knowledge, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But man, anybody who's thinking that they can't do this, just get out of your own way and find a great mentor, or whatever it needs to be, man. Because anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do this.
You don't have some extensive background, right? But you've
Nope.
got belief, and you like put your money where your mouth is, and then you got your leads, and it's like, let's rock and roll. And it's like you did the heavy lifting. It's not the easiest thing in the world to pick up this 8,000-pound phone. And when we first start, we should all have butterflies, right? Like Levi saying, hey, man, I had butterflies. And it's
Big
like, those butterflies are real, aren't they?
Oh yeah, man. And yeah, it just that first day that I wasn't putting anything off, but I was just busy. I had things to do prior to getting set up and go. And as soon as I realized it was time to start going, I was like, oh crap, like it's here, man. Oh man. Yeah, it was intense. It was intense, but like I said, just leaned into it. And man, that's all you can do is just embrace it sometimes. That's what you got to do.
Anything that's new is always going to be uncomfortable. And that's, I think, I don't know if you remember our beginning conversation, and I went over everything about the agency and was really blunt with you as always. I'm that way with everybody. Some people like it, some people don't. That's okay. I'm very
I love it.
direct. But when you went through this, I always told you it's an uncomfortable business, didn't I? I said, get prepared to be uncomfortable. Did that not come out of our mouths when we did
It
training?
sure did. Yes, yes. And yeah, that's just going to be part of it. And I've accepted it, and I'm embracing it day in and day out, and call in and call out. So yeah, it's good. It's good. These people can use us, and need our services. And if we're willing to, go the extra mile for them, then they're going to go. It's going to pay back in dividends, man. It is. You just gotta
Absolutely.
keep going through it.
And going through the week-long telemastery program, was there anything that was abrasive other than me? Training program, right? Was there anything that was abrasive or not pro client?
No, no, not at all. I mean, it's written all over your face, man. That's what we're here for. And honestly, no one's gonna buy from somebody who's just looking to make a sale. It's not what it's about. So, um, I mean, obviously that's why I'm in the business ultimately. But I know that is just a byproduct of protecting these sweet folks, and doing all I can to serve them.
By not having that commission breath, look at how you're capitalizing with very big AP cases as a brand new agent, right? Because most brand new agents, they're so busy chasing that commission that the clients can smell it a mile away, and then you get nothing, right? Like team big submit, team big submit. It's like, we don't care. It's about needs that are met. We want to make sure everybody cash flows positive, right? That's what I was like, okay, let's go, let's rock. And here you are. You took that risk, which is something to be nervous about, right? Most agencies, they lose thousands upon thousands. They buy leads, they don't get trained, and then they don't cash flow positive. And that hurts a lot of folks in the industry. And I've had this conversation with a lot of folks, I think you as well, when I first came on. And it's
You know,
like, for you to be cash flow positive, was that kind of a game changer for you, where you took some risk and said, okay, I'm gonna buy some okay, some aged leads and cut my teeth. I know I can do this, I think, right? Because anybody's got that little bit of butterfly, right? Was that anywhere in your mind when you were getting after it?
Oh yeah, big time. I was like, man, if I just wanted to make one sale if I could. Like I knew that if I could just make one, I could make another, and then another, and another. And I still haven't even made those others yet, but I know that I'm going to.
It's
And
your first day in the biz.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, you
You know,
got
I
time.
I
You're only
I
a couple
I,
hours deep.
I called you after I made that
Yeah,
sale, and we got all squared away there, and then
it's
I called
awesome.
my boss and I gave 2 weeks notice because I'm doing this full time now. As soon as those 2 weeks are up, I'm here, baby. It's just here.
And it is such a freeing business. I mean, with what you can do in this industry, what does that freedom mean to you and your amazing family? What does that mean to you to be able to say, you know what, I can control my business and the freedom that you can now experience doing this? What does that mean to you and your family?
Man, it means we're gonna travel. We're gonna go see other bits of our family, and I'm gonna bring my stuff and make sure they got internet and just go from there, man. And yeah, my wife and son, they'll go and hang out with family while I'm working on 9 to 5, whatever it might be, and then just hanging out on the weekends the rest of the day. And it's gonna be great, man. This is gonna be such a huge thing for me and my family, and I can't even put it to words, and I haven't even fathomed all that is going to come from this. But it's all good things, man. It's all great things.
And crazy proud of you. You're going to experience some just amazing things in this industry. And as we say, the harder we work, the luckier that we get for sure. But being skilled to the level that you are skilled in, it's going to help you just continue to scale. It's like, here you are, brand new, just graduated, just got your leads in, couple hours deep, boom, you're getting it done. You're getting your wins, and you're barely a pinch into your leads. And I just want to say I'm crazy proud of you. Just like every man and woman in the agency, keep doing, the work. And my goodness, you're gonna sleep well tonight. So I'm
Absolutely.
sure is your wife. I'm sure she's got to be crazy proud of you. Does she help push you a little bit? Because a
Oh
good
yeah,
spouse will do some crazy good things for you as a married man. Let me tell you.
absolutely. Yeah, I had kind of I'm still working my other job, so I'm gonna finish out 2 weeks there and go from there. But yeah, I had a kind of a rough day there, and kind of wanted to go home, and just relax. And she was like, "No, I got the coffee going. Go dial, go make it happen." And I was like, "All right, thank you. I needed that. I needed that." And yeah, man, she's fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better spouse.
That's an amazing spouse. When they're like, yeah, babe, in 3.5 hours, you made how much money? No, no, here's some coffee. You can get on that phone again. You go turn
Yeah,
that thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's verbatim, pretty much what she said. So yeah, she's proud and couldn't be happier. And yeah, I'm just gonna once I'm done here, I'm getting right back on it, man. Going
All
into it.
right. Well, I appreciate you greatly, Levi. Thank you for what you're doing for the community, for all these great prospects, guarding these great people. And thank you for even the culture that you bring, okay, by joining the agency. I appreciate every man and woman. Thank you for all the hard work that you put into this last week. And man, nothing but insanely proud of what you've done, okay, professionally, but for your own family more than anything. So thanks so much for joining me. And anyone else that needs anything, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. Levi, I'll let you say bye. Lead us
You
out.
guys, thanks for everything, Jason. Bye.
You're welcome.